Hello everyone and welcome back to our mini kit rotation. We're on episode 10, so this is the last episode of the second week, or the second part of the rotation, second kit of the rotation. We are doing Believe by Janlynn, and we are getting ready to do the E here on the side to finish it up. So there'll be two auxiliary letters, and then the colors to go, and we will be all done. While I don't think I'm moving quite as quickly as I did with the Let's Set Sail last week, but I feel like that's because of, I had to stop and switch the needle because the needle that came with the kit was bad, which happens at times. I've usually had pretty good experience with my needles being good, but it's not always the case. So I had to switch my needle, and the thing about Let's Set Sail was that I was doing a block of color. I was just doing the sail part, and that was it. And this, I'm actually doing spacing and fractional stitching, and like the one episode was literally just doing the V because I was having trouble making the fractional stitches, the quarter stitches. So, speaking of fractional stitches here, food for thought. I once did a kit that called for 3/4 stitching. So 3/4 stitching is quarter stitching, but doing what I was talking about last video and skipping the so like if you're doing backstitch, so it would be skipping like this part of the stitch. And so it's like a half cross and then a quarter cross put together, I guess is the best way to describe it. And it didn't want a single quarter stitch, which I feel like is neater. I don't know if maybe you're supposed to do all 3/4 stitching and not quarter stitches, but I always feel that quarter stitches look a lot neater than 3/4 stitches, especially when it comes to two different colors, or when it comes to the back stitch being right on top of the letter, or the stitch. Like the back stitch is going to get lost on top of that. So I did like most of it in 3/4 stitching, and then I did the rest in just regular quarter stitching. Is that a normal thing to have to do 3/4 stitches? Is that more of a preference thing? Is that something that you're supposed to do? Is that you're supposed to, when you do not, quarter stitching is not really a thing, it's supposed to be 3/4 stitching? That's something I'm curious about. I don't remember ever seeing on anything that you're supposed to do 3/4 stitches. Maybe on older stuff, maybe. I'm not quite sure, because I just paused and looked at the what it says on here, what I'm supposed to do, and it says on my chart here, and it says I'm supposed to do quarter stitches. So basically just what I did, just the one stitch, but I'm not supposed to do 3/4 stitching. But I haven't seen 3/4 stitching since that chart, and the thing is, I don't even remember at this point what I was stitching that it asked for 3/4 stitches. Maybe I am just completely making that up. Maybe I just misread it when I was stitching on it, but yeah, 3/4 stitching does not seem nearly as common as quarter stitching, which is good because I don't like it. But I don't know if that's a preference thing, that maybe some people do only 3/4 stitches, and maybe some people do only quarter stitches, or is this more of a, if the chart calls for it, that's what you're supposed to do kind of thing? I am curious to know. We got 2 stitches left, and we're almost at the 5-minute mark, so it's perfect. If I can find the hole. Okay, there we go. I kind of got into a rant on quarter stitches versus 3/4 stitches there. That's something I should probably Google. And then make a term of the week about it. What is the difference, or maybe a Tutorial Tuesday, what is the difference between quarter stitches and 3/4 stitches? That'd be a good video, huh? Or a good article. And here we are. just in time. Finished the litter as soon as we got to the 5-minute mark. So here is our progress on our believe chart. I feel like it didn't move nearly as quickly as the Let's Set Sail last week, but again, I think that's because this chart's a little bit more complicated to follow. And so we will be starting the next video set with a whole new project, and I will see you guys then. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye!